Here is a fun fact. Right now, thousands of Canadian business owners are accidentally paying their customer taxes out of their own pocket. I know because I almost did that too. You crossed $30,000 in sales, congratulations. But now, every sale you make requires you to charge HST. If you forgot to add that to your next invoice, guess who pays for the taxes? You. Let me show you exactly when this happens and the one simple trick that saves you thousands. A quick disclaimer, I'm not an accountant or a tax advisor. I'm just a business owner who learned this hard way. This video is for education purpose only, not professional tax advice. Tax rule changes and every situation is different. Always confirm with a qualified professional or the CRA before making tax decision. Okay, let's dive in. Here's the official CRA page, which you can take time to read. To oversimplify what it is, the CRA says if your worldwide taxable supplies exceeds $30,000 in last 4 consecutive calendar quarter, you must register for GST HST. Cool. What does that actually mean? Here is the version that matters. Have you made more than $30,000 in sales in the last 12 months? If yes, you probably need to register. Technically, CRA looks at your worldwide taxable supplies, including certain related businesses over 4 consecutive calendar quarter. I'm simplifying this as last 12 months of sales, so it's easier to think about. If not, keep tracking, but you are good for now. That's it. That's the rule. Now, the CRE uses word like 4 consecutive calendar quarter because they are testing quarter by quarter, January to March, April to June, etc. Not by your personal business birthday. But for 95% of you watching this, just think, did I hit 30K in last year? If yes, keep watching. If no, bookmark this video when you get there. Here is where it gets interesting. There are 2 different ways you can cross $30,000 and they trigger 2 completely different timelines. Most people don't know this. So they register at the wrong time, charge taxes at wrong time and mess up their invoices. Let me break it down. Scenario A, let's call this rocket ship, where you blow up fast. Let's say you land a big client in May. Your sales for April to June looks like this. Here in this table, you see the date, sales and running total. Basically, April 10, you had sales of $10,000 and on May 15th, you had sale of $12,000. The running total cumulative is 10,000 plus 12,000, which makes it 22,000. And as the sales keep coming, running total increases. Now look at June 15 sales. Once you get to 5,000, your total becomes 34,500. That pushes you over 30,000 threshold in single quarter. What happens now? The moment you make that sale on June 15, you are no longer small supplier. You must charge HST on the $5,000 sale. You must charge HST on every sale after that, June 20, 28 forever. What about sales before June 15? Those sales, April 10, May 15, June 5, were made while you were still small supplier. No HST required on those. So in this scenario, you charge HST on $5,000 plus $3,000 plus $2,000. That's $10,000 of sale. You do not charge HST on the first $29,500. One sentence to remember, if you cross $30,000 in one quarter, you start charging HST immediately on the very same. Let's look at this scenario B, call this as slow burner or steady growth. Say you're growing slower, your sales over 4 quarters looks like this. Q3 of 2025, you have sales of $8,000. Q4, you have sale of $7,000. Q1 of 2026, you had sale of $9,000. Q2 of 2026, you had sales of $7,500. Here you see the total of $31,500. You crossed $30,000. You did not cross $30,000 in any single quarter. You crossed it slowly over time. What happens now? This is where it gets weird. Ready? You cross $30,000 in Q2 of 2026. You stay a small supplier through all of July. On July 31st, you officially stop being small supplier. On August 1st, you start charging HST. Yeah, you get a grace period. You don't have to charge HST until the first day of month after the quarter where you crossed. Let me break this timeline. April to June 2026, you crossed 30,000 slowly over 4 quarters. All of July 2026, you're still a small supplier, no HST yet. July 31st, 2026, you officially stop being small supplier. On your first sale after 31st July, whether that's August 1st, 5th, or 15th of August, you start charging HST on the sale and all future sale. From that first taxable sale date, you have 29 days to register with CRA. What you do not do, you do not charge HST on April to June sales. You do not charge HST on July. You do not need to register before August 1st. One sentence to remember, if you cross $30,000 over 4 quarters, you start charging HST on the first day of the month after you cross. Here is the scenario A versus scenario B side by side. You can see the difference. In scenario A, you start charging HST immediately, and in scenario B, first day of next month. It's massive difference. If you are scenario A and you think you are scenario B, you will start charging HST a month late and you will owe CRA out of your pocket. If you are in scenario B and you think you are scenario A, you will start charging HST too early and confuse your customers. Now, you might be wondering, if there is this $30,000 rule, why do some people charge HST from day one? A lot of incorporated IT contractors choose to register voluntarily so they can keep things clean and claim HST back on expenses. That's a choice. I know this because many of my friends have shared this firsthand with me. On the other hand, Uber drivers are in special category. For ride sharing, CRA treats them like a taxi business, which means they have to register and charge HST from their very first ride, even if they are under 30,000. Always confirm what applies to your situation with a professional and with a CRA directly. This decision tree helped me not to overthink and not to mess up. Step 1, have you made $30,000 in last 12 months? No, keep tracking, you're good. You go to step 2. Step 2, did you hit $30,000 plus in a single quarter? Yes. Scenario A, register now. Start charging HST on the sale that pushed you over plus all future sales. No. Scenario B, register as soon as possible. Start charging HST on the first day of the month after you cross. That's it. 2 questions and I had my answer. It's important to know the tax rate. So let me take you to the source of truth, the CRA website. Right here, you can see GST, HST, PST table. Don't get confused. Let me break it down. GST is goods and service tax. That's federal part, 5% across the whole country. Now look at this table. Some province kept GST and PST separate. Some combined them and call it HST, harmonized sales tax. Just means combined. Instead of making you deal with two separate taxes, GST and PST, the government combined them into one single tax called HST. One rate, one calculation. Simpler for everyone. Take Ontario for example. You see HST 13%, that includes 5% GST plus provincial portion. And right next to it, it says PST not applicable. Why? Because the PST is already built into this 13% HST. So don't overthink it. Just check this table and you don't charge tax based on where you live. You charge based on where the supply is made, which for most services line up with where your customer is. So if you are in Ontario, but your customer is in Alberta, the place of supply is Alberta and you charge 5% GST and not 30% HST. The customer's province decides the rate. And if you're on Stripe or Shopify, by the way, I'm not promoting anyone, most platforms handle this automatically when customer adds their address. Just double check your settings. Now, here is something critical about your invoice. If HST is not clearly mentioned on your bill, the CRA has no way to know if it was included or added. So there are only two clear options. Either you have clearly negotiated with your customer upfront for the HST, which is included in the price, or your invoice says total includes HST, or you add HST separately on the invoice. If you do neither and your invoice is blank with no mention of HST, the CRA assumes it was never charged. And that means you pay HST out of your own pocket. That's why when you buy something online, you always see HST mentioned separately on the receipt. It creates no confusion. Everyone knows what was charged and who pays. Same rule for your business. Make it clear on the invoice. No guesswork, no paying out of your pocket. Also, you see the update like here from Nova Scotia at the time of making this video. It says on 1st April 2025, the government of Nova Scotia decreased the provincial portion of HST to 9%, resulting in HST rate of 14% in Nova Scotia. That's why it's important you come to the CRA website to check. And this is the HST GST tax calculator. You can come here and try using it yourself. As I said before, wherever your customer is located, the table tells you what rate to charge. For rest of the video, I'm using Ontario's 13% HST as an example because that's where I'm based and I'm billing my customer. Alright, here is where this gets scary. I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can charge a customer $1,000 in Ontario and how much HST you owe in each case. By end of this video, you'll understand exactly why registration timing matters and why forgetting to charge HST is so expensive. Let's see at scenario 1. You said nothing about HST and this is the nightmare. You send an invoice like service $1,000, total $1,000, no tax line, does not include HST, nothing. Your customer pays $1,000, you deposit $1,000, life is good. Then CRA reviews their account. If there is no evidence of price or tax included, they treat $1,000 as before taxes, which means the correct total should have been $1,000 plus 13% HST, which is $1,130 HST owing $130. But your customer only paid $1,000. So who pays that $130? You do out of your own pocket. The math: customer paid 1,000, you keep 1,000 minus 130, 870. CRA gets 130. You thought you made 1,000, you actually made 870. That's 13% pay cut you gave yourself. Now multiply that by 10 invoice, 20 invoice, a whole year. That's the most common mistake. Let's look at scenario 2. You said $1,000 includes HST and let's call this the band-aid. Now CRA has evidence the price was tax included, so they back the tax out of the total. $1,000 divided by 1.13, that is $884.96, your revenue. HST portion $1,000 minus $884.96, that is $115.04. The math: customer paid $1,000, you keep $884.96, CRA gets this $115.04. You're still losing money compared to doing it right, but you lose less than scenario 1. The catch: you can't just decide later that the price included HST. If your invoice, contract or email don't say that upfront, CRA will treat it like scenario 1. So if you are going to go in this route, make it crystal clear in writing. Now let's look at the scenario 3. You registered on time and invoiced correctly, and this is the dream. Finally, the clean version. You send an invoice, services $1,000, HST 13%, $130, total $1,130. Your customer pays $1,130. The math: customer paid $1,130. You keep 1,000, CRA gets $130 from the customer, not you. That's what you want. The tax is fully paid by the customer. You keep your revenue, no surprises, no pay cut, just clean, simple business. And that's the side-by-side comparison. See the difference. In scenario 3, you make $130 more than scenario 1 on one invoice. Now imagine 50 invoice, 100 invoice, that's thousands of dollars. Why this matters? Because penalties are real. If you're thinking $130 here, $115 there, that's not huge. Let me put this in perspective. That's $1,000 sale. If you keep operating above 30K without registration, you could have months or a full year of sale where you should have been charging HST but didn't. You will owe all HST out of your own revenue plus late filing penalties, interest compounded daily until you pay, possible audit stress. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to save you money. As I said before, you're allowed to register early if you want. It lets you claim tax credit on your expenses, but it also means more paperwork. Talk to an accountant if you are not sure. Here's the big picture: track your revenue from day one. Know when you are getting close to $30,000. Use the CRA table to know your rate. As I showed, Ontario has 13%, and you can check this table. Register on time. Scenario A, fast growth, register immediately. Scenario B, slow growth, register before the first day of new month. Invoice correctly. Make it crystal clear whether HST is added on top or included in total. Don't pay your customers tax. Scenario 3 is the goal. Always. In my next video, I'm showing you the exact spreadsheet I use to track my income. Watch my running 12 months total and stay organized so I never miss the $30,000 mark to scramble during the tax time. And it's quite simple. You will have it set up in 10 minutes. You can create your own and don't have to pay anyone. If you want to see it, check the link in the description or at the end screen. And if this video saved you from mistake, do me a favor by sharing this with other business owners who need it. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.